Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Breakfast Club. I'm excited to be hosting today as we dive into a topic that I believe really speaks to building with intention, dealing or creating something today that can continue to give back to for years to come. So often we focus on immediate results, but really growth usually comes with consistency, learning new skills, and staying committed, even when the path is still unfolding. So for me, this journey has been about more than building a digital business. It's been about personal growth and expanding what feels possible and connecting with like minded people and creating something that fits alongside the life I value most. And with I call my sisters here, we've built a community as well. Today, you will hear from well, maybe not seven, we've got five of us today, amazing speakers sharing their perspectives, their lessons, and experiences on what it means to build something sustainable and meaningful over time. So, when you want to think about your future, what does building something last look like for you? So let's get started. Josee.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for this Zoom this morning. Thank you for getting all our questions, and this subject is wonderful. Thank you to our viewers, and good morning, everyone. Yeah, you know, I never realized how important it would be to build something for our future, especially when we hear so many comments about um, will our old age security still be available when we need it? When we've worked 40 years or 35 years in a career where we thought it would be secure, with the cost of living, it's hard to put away money like in our RSPs and whatnot. I know it's hard because we struggled doing that. And the little bit that we did save isn't going to um, isn't going to give us the quality of life that we thought we would have when we retire. So when you get this close to retirement, you think to yourself, well, I've got to do something else. So when I saw this business, I thought to myself, you know what, this is the must. I can't not jump in. I have to give this a try and see how, even with the opportunity of leaving a legacy to your children, how many careers has ever offered that? Not too many, right? So this is it. This is the future for myself, anyways, to be able to leave a legacy for my children and my grandchildren. It's a win-win. There's no other ways to look at it. So yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you, Jose. And it's so true. You mentioned legacy, and you mentioned also, working so many years, 35, 40, some of us even longer. What legacy do we have to leave behind on our family? But again, with this career, this is your business, and it's you have that opportunity to pass it on to somebody, and that's of course that's also possible with a brick and mortar business, but there's a lot more expenses to go with that with the brick and mortar business. So that's the difference that we find with this digital business. Thank you so much, Jose, for that. Chris, I want to ask you, what was the mindset shift that needed to start thinking long term instead of short term?
Oh, great question, Elena. I just first of all wanted to say it's great to see you girls. If anybody's been following us, I've been missing for about 6 weeks. I was in Hong Kong, just living my best life. So now I'm back. And yes, I could have streamed from Hong Kong, but the time difference, it was so hard to match up. And I was just really enjoying myself. So I just want to say it's great to be back. Okay, so now in regards to the question, Well, the mindset I believe that you have to make when you're building this business is you have to really believe in what you're promoting. And in our case, it's our business platform, right? You have to really believe in what you're doing. And I personally do, and I know that you guys do as well. We have a great platform. And then you have to believe in yourself. Believe that you deserve to be successful. And you might think that's just a very little point, but it really isn't. You come into this or any venture and you don't think that's a really big deal, but it really is. Like people really have to dig deep and see what they think they deserve. And everybody deserves the life they envision for themselves. So you have to really dig deep and believe that for yourself. The next thing is going from the employee mindset to business owner mindset.
Yeah.
Because when you're an employee, you really are, your day is set out for you. You know exactly what you're doing from 9 to 5 or whatever your hours are. You're being told what to do. But when you're a business owner, you have to discipline yourself to show up every day and be consistent. And why, you say? Why should you be consistent? Well, you're building the trust of your audience and you're proving that what you're doing is not just a fly by night venture. This is like a real business. And if you're not willing to show up consistently every day, then you're not going to build the trust of your audience. Now, what does that mean? That means showing up like on a go live, like we're doing today, putting a post on your page, just letting people know that you're still around and you still believe in what you're doing. And you're out there helping people and answering questions. And so that's what it means to be consistent. Our owner, our guys that developed this business platform started it, a decade ago, 10 years ago. Were they a success overnight? No, it took them a couple of years, but now they're sitting back and they're reaping the rewards. And that is something that's possible for each one of us. And we just have to believe we deserve it. Okay, I hope that answers it for you, Alana.
Yes, thank you. And it's so true. Having the right mindset, it makes all the difference. If you're going to come in here and thinking that you're going to, be rich overnight kind of thing, it's not going to happen. And that's in reality, really. So let's start with your mindset and the confidence within yourself. And, that takes every day. Every day you have to work on that. Thank you so much for that, Krista. Well, now let's go on to Tina. What simple daily or weekly actions have made the biggest difference over time?
Oh my goodness, so many. I'm going to start with last night. I watched our global meeting that we're all, we can all participate in as business owners of this business. And it was fire. It was absolute fire. It relit something else in me because it's taken me right back to looking at my why again. And it's gotten me so excited for how I want to move forward. I get to curate this business my own way while collaborating with all of you and all the other people that we have available to us. So that in itself keeps me plugged in, is my why, is the reason why I chose this business. So that's the first thing that keeps me going is me. I have to show up. I have to meet up with you guys. I have to look into my training. I have to watch these, global meetings that we have every week and reap those benefits for myself, right? And continue, excuse me, to grow the business and be able to live life on my terms. Because you know what? Time waits for no one. But yeah, it's about, coming here, meeting with you guys. We meet 3 times a week?
Mm-hmm.
And You know, we may meet more often if we have time available to us, but we consistently come together and we show up for each other and we show up for ourselves. So, you know, staying plugged in, staying involved in the business, and really tapping into all of the gold that we have at our fingertips to, you know, create the life that we want, right?
Exactly. Thank you. And it's so true. You know, like you said, your routine and being present is important. And it's not, excuse me, it's not like a routine that, like Krista said, that when you're at your work, you know your tasks and you just do them, whether you've got a smile on your face or not. But and your why is actually the most important thing that I've learned through this business. Sure, most of us, before we came to this business, we said, the purpose for me to go to work is because I got to put food on the table for my kids. Now it's, that could be the same thing, but the why is what I think that word just brings it out even more. It doesn't sound so mundane that I have to kind of thing. It's because you want to and because you're willing to, because this business gives you that opportunity as well, right? So I love that. Thank you so much. Thank you, Tina. Well, Pam, let me, how has this journey supported your life outside of the business? Family time, personal growth, or anything like that?
Good morning. Thank
Morning.
you, Eleanor, for the topic this morning. I love the girls. I'm here listening to them all, and we've been part of this group for so long. Each one of us knows each other so well. We almost know what you're going to say. And welcome back, Krista. It was a joy to be able to help you out, but I'm proud you had a good trip, and I'm proud you're back. This business has given me because what do we want in life? We want to be able to spend more time with our loved ones doing the things we love. It's nothing like sitting it on your front porch and watching life go by. Because you got to go to the job because you're an employee, not an employer, and follow their rules. But you know what? When I saw this business, I wanted to take part in my family's life. Like they said, you need your why. And that was my why because I wanted to help my family. Right at the time when I found this business, my niece needed me really, really bad. She became a single mom and I knew I could help her because I've listened to the stories of the people on the inside in our group. And we're over almost 300,000 now. People strong around the world. So whatever situation you may be in at the time when you're listening to this, someone else has been in your situation. Someone in your family has needed help. Like Josee said, we might be ready for retirement, but the pension is not going to get you to where you are. The job that you've been on all those 35 years, it's not going to get you what you want to do. Some of us want to travel. I haven't done a whole lot of traveling in my life. So this business has allowed me to travel, to have allowed me to reunite with old friends, made new ones because we've had Gather and Grow in Ontario. We've visited Mexico. Only last year I was to Europe. And that's what this business is all about. It's about freedom. When you get into an online space, especially this community where everything is laid out, all the training is here. You haven't got to worry about a thing, guys. You just get in here and you plug in and you do replay. Just set it up, duplicate it, and go on. And that's the whole point about this online space because I'm sitting here this morning in my home, not a worry in the world because I don't have to go out and go to my job. Now, not saying that I still don't work because I do a part-time job in the summertime, and that is in tourism. And I love it because I get to see people and I get to spread the word. So that's why I joined this business, and that's what the difference has made for me in joining this online space. I have got to travel more. I've got to help my family and friends, and it gives you a breathing space. Like you don't have to rush, get up in the morning and go to your job and come home and do your same old squirrely thing, hamster on a wheel, going back and forth. You can stay here in your home. If you've got 5 minutes of a day to go in and plug in and check your emails or answer some questions some people may have about the business, you do that. And it's not, you're not on the clock. You do it when you can. So that's what this business means to me. Thank you.
Awesome. Well, we're going to have to tie her down because she's been traveling quite the world here. And that's the point. The point is that you can still be your own boss at everywhere across the globe, just as Krista was. She was in Hong Kong. It didn't mean that her business stopped. Her business came along with her, right? So she had a little bit of time difference. That's okay. She worked around it. Right?
Yeah, I was still showing up. Maybe not on the Breakfast Club, but I was still showing up.
You were still showing up, and thanks to the internet. Well, thank you, everyone, for sharing your wisdom today. And I hope this conversation reminds us all the smallest consistent actions that can lead to something truly meaningful over time. And wishing everyone a beautiful and productive day. Thank you so much. See you soon. Ciao.
Bye.